Hello, if you are feeling lost, unheard, don't know which way to turn, very confused, wanting to know how to put together the pieces, and you've tried everything and you just can't, and this thing in your mind just keeps going on, come and heal with Luna. I can help you remove, release, and conquer self and love yourself again. Go to Luna-Priestess, connect with me, book your first consultation with me, and we can heal that past energy. Bye-bye. Hello, my name is Luna. How are you doing? So I am a very strong empath and also a spiritual coach. And today I wanted to share something that I just found out that I never thought this existed until I started my own healing journey. And now that I'm seeing who I am, and the things that have been evolving in my life. And before I used to fear this, I thought something was wrong with me. And if you've ever thought this of yourself, it's a natural response, because when we were younger, we were programmed a certain way. So it's not truly your programming, it's what has evolved in your life. So today I wanted to talk about controlling your emotions and how to stay self-regulated. And why did I want to speak about this? It's because, and I do have my notes right here. So controlling your emotions. So what is this about self-regulating, staying regulated? So this is about when something happens, you have a conversation with someone that you really don't want to have, or somebody's trying to have a conversation with you, and it brings up past trauma. So how do you control this? Because I've had several situations in my life where I kept wondering, why am I... I'll tell you the symptoms that I feel, or I felt with my own. I start getting, especially if it's somebody that I truly care about, and I care about how they think of me and how I am portraying towards them, especially when it comes to a conflict, especially with a conflict. So I'll just tell you how I was in the past. In the past, I was always very detached, and I would close off and shut down. Now that I'm doing my healing, I will get more triggered. And this is why a lot of people don't like to heal. So what happens to me? Sometimes I can start crying. I could even have my body start shaking. And I can even feel my heart pounding in my heart, like boom, boom, boom. And it's because of certain things that have been said to me. And I wonder, why is this happening? Why am I going through this? But it's because something that I need to heal. And I was trying to see, how can I regulate this? How can I fix this? So when I put how to not get emotional, this is what came up. People that have this kind of energy, it's a complex post-traumatic stress disorder. This is someone that cannot regulate their emotions. Why? Because you were probably programmed when you were little to suppress your emotions, and your emotions were not validated, and they didn't count, they didn't matter. So you learn to shut them off. And then now that you're healing, they just come out. And the person that's talking to you is not even the person that's talking to you. You're talking to somebody from your past. So I'm going to go over a little bit of what happens and then how to self-regulate. But if you also want to get the bigger version, I'm going to do a longer version on my YouTube channel, which is at LunaPriestess9877. So, how to stay regulated when you're healing and somebody triggers you, and to control your emotion regulation, because this is what you need to do. So you need to stay very grounded, like in an airplane mode, which is, it's hard. Especially if you have very strong emotions about this, and it's not even about what somebody says, it triggered you in some way from your past. You're getting an emotional reaction. So what you need to do, I'm going to talk about the steps briefly. Slow down. Take your time. Don't rush. If you need to tell someone, you know what, I really want to talk about this, but can we talk about this tomorrow? Or can we talk about it later? So you can prepare yourself how to regulate yourself before you have this conversation. This could be with a relationship, this could be work, something that, whatever it's evolving that's triggering you. I'll give you an example, crying. You can switch your knob from getting very panicky to turning it down. Because I noticed with myself, I was always told crying is weak. Crying shows weakness, and it's okay to show vulnerability. It's okay because your body goes into fight or flight when you're trying to protect yourself. And if you need to cry, you need to cry. If you don't want to cry in front of somebody, step away. Say, you know what? Go cry, get frustrated, then come back and continue the conversation. You need to count. If you're getting very angry, instead of crying, pause. Don't let that anger control you. I'm going to turn the page. So what can also be happening, like I said, you're getting flashbacks from the past. You can also forget things, like your memory lapses when they're asking you something. You also are internalizing it, that it's about you and not about the situation. And you have the inability to control your emotions. It could be anger, it could be crying, it could be shouting. You can have a very upset stomach also. You can also have sleep disturbance because you had this conversation, it is bothering you, and you're ruminating on what happened. And then you also can have very challenging relationships because it's hard for you to confront something. So again, this is called complex post-traumatic stress disorder. And this is something I never knew about. And now I am learning how to regulate myself, because especially because myself, I was always told not to show emotions. So now when you're healing, of course, you're going to have a flood of emotions, which this is normal. It is not showing that you're weak. It's not showing that you are not enough. It is showing that you are healing. And then there will come a time in your life when you can regulate yourself and your emotions, but not because you're suppressing them. Because you're not suppressing them, you are allowing them to come out, but just not at that moment. You're regulating, you're going to go do it, and then you're going to come back. You're going to take the time out. And when you're able to, your body is healing when you are no longer triggered by this past traumatic trauma. And I'm also doing a survey. So if you would like to speak to me one-on-one, a free consult, which is 10 minutes, well, it's actually just getting to know you, and I'm going to ask you some questions. Go to the link in the bio at luna-priestess.com. Send me an email. Tell me your time zone. Tell me what time you're free. It's just a 10-minute questionnaire that I am going to ask you. And if you guys would like to do that, let me know. And I hope this information helped you, because I feel like if you are strong enough and have faith in yourself and you want to heal, you will make your life change. I will see you later. Bye-bye.